Hello and welcome to my channel. I am your host, Luca, and this channel is basically pertaining to sports. I commentate on NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, MLB, whatever sport it is, track and field also. I commentate on it, and I usually make videos, three to five videos a week regarding some sport topics that I get to choose for that week. So please, guys, please hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. I'm new here. I'm just starting this off. I'm doing this as my side. My real job is I am a real estate investor. That's what I do in my life to take care of my family and to make a living. But I love sports so much, so I decided to, why not just make a sports channel or just make a YouTube channel talking about sports and anything really relating to sports and see how it goes. So please, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, and I will appreciate all the support that you guys can do. Well, anyway, for this video, it's going to be a quick video. Today is January 9th. I'm recording this January 9th, 2023. And this video is going to be mostly about the NFL. It's called Black Monday. So Black Monday is a term that is used in the NFL. For those of you who are not familiar with it, usually what happens is after the NFL season, the regular season is over, a lot of coaches, mostly coaches, sometimes executives, but most of the time it's coaches, are fired. And it usually happens the Monday after that last game. So the term Black Monday was coined to refer to that. But this Monday was not as bloody or as destructive or as volatile as other Mondays have been when it comes to firing NFL coaches. There's only two coaches that have been fired so far that we are aware of. That is Lovie Smith of the Houston Texans and Cliff Kingsbury of the Arizona Cardinals. Now, earlier in the year, Matt Rule of the Carolina Panthers was fired. Who else was fired? The Colts, Frank Reich, had fired also their coach. And I think there was one more coach. My favorite team, the Denver Broncos, fired their coach, Nathaniel Hackett, just a few weeks back. So in total, we have five openings in the NFL where these teams need a head coach. And they are, again, I'll say them, they are the Denver Broncos, they are the Arizona Cardinals, they are the Houston Texans, they are the Indianapolis Colts. I have a hard time saying that word, Indianapolis. Okay, Indianapolis Colts. And then the last one is the Carolina Panthers. So those five teams right now, they need a coach coming into the season. Now, I'm just going to quickly just break down and talk about these teams real quick and see who do I think their coaches should be coming up this season in 2023. So I'll start off with my favorite team, again, the Denver Broncos. When the Broncos fired Nathaniel Hackett, this is his first year. They fired him because when the Denver Broncos got Russell Wilson, a trade from the Seattle Seahawks, I mean, everybody thought that the Broncos were going to compete with the Chiefs for that AFC West title and compete in the AFC and also maybe even make the Super Bowl. I mean, the defense was legit. The defense was packed. The Broncos had core young receivers. The running game was good. The only thing that missing was Russell Wilson. The only thing that was missing was a quarterback. And so they went and got Russell Wilson and got Nathaniel Hackett, an offensive genius that was paired with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay to pair him with Russell Wilson. And so I personally thought, as a Denver Bronco fan, I thought that our glory days was back. I was pumping my chest out a little bit, I was, speaking out and telling people that I am a Denver Broncos fan usually. For the past couple of years, I've been hush-hush about that, kind of trying to keep it on the DL because we have not been doing that well. And when I got the news that we have Russell Wilson, my first tweet or my first text to my friends was, "Oh, we going to the Super Bowl." That's what I thought. I thought we were going to the Super Bowl. So I was pumped up and very, very, very cocky. But I had to eat a big slice of humble pie because Russell Wilson was absolute trash this year. He was absolute garbage. I'm sorry, but he was. And Nathaniel Hackett didn't. It seemed like he didn't know how to coach. So Broncos, they fired him. Now they are looking for a replacement. And personally, I think the Broncos should go ahead and try to get either Sean Payton or Harbaugh from Michigan. I think it's John Harbaugh or Jim Harbaugh. I get them confused. I don't know which one is which. But anyway, the Harbaugh that coaches in Michigan, that Harbaugh brother, that's the one that the Broncos should get, or Sean Payton. Now, I think Sean Payton or Jim Harbaugh, I think it's Jim. I'll just go with Jim and let me know if I am wrong or right. But anyway, I'll just roll with Jim. I think that if Jim Harbaugh or Sean Payton get to coach the Broncos, I think they can work really well with Russell Wilson. And I can see us next year actually making the playoffs and possibly even making a deep run into the playoffs. So I would push for either Harbaugh or Payton for the Denver Broncos. Now, the Houston Texans had a very, tricky situation yesterday. Yesterday afternoon when they were playing against the Colts. Sorry guys, that's an airplane passing by. I live next to an airport, so you guys are probably gonna hear a bunch of planes flying by. But anyway, the Houston were primed to get that number one draft pick if they lost the game, but Lovie Smith said he played to win the game, and they won the game. So even though it was a meaningless game and they didn't have to win, he coaches boys. I give him that. I guess, but honestly, I would have lost that game on purpose because, morale for a 3-13 team or 3-13-1 team compared to getting the number one pick. I'm sorry, I would have lost that game. If I was Lovie Smith, because the future is the quarterback, and they need that number one draft pick. So anyway, I guess management didn't like that, so Lovie Smith got fired, and that wasn't the reason why he got fired, but I guess it added to the reason why he got fired. He only had 1 year in Houston, so I don't know what Houston's gonna do. Houston is. That organization, man, it's totally upside down. The Deshaun Watson situation, that happened, and then management, and then not having the coach, not having a quarterback. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know who they're gonna hire, but I think they're gonna need to hire someone who has to have patience, and someone that's gonna be like, listen, I need a 3-year plan to fix this organization and get it back to something relevant, something relative to competition, because they are absolute trash. They're absolute dirt. And whoever is going to be the next head coach, that person, they better give that person a long leash. You can't just fire a person over 1 year. They need at least 2 or 3 years to try to fix that organization, try to bring that winning culture back into that organization, and see if they can go from there. So I don't know who would even want that job. So I have no name really in my head thinking of knowing exactly who do I think should be the head coach for the Houston Rockets. Next, we have the Carolina Panthers. Panthers fired Matt Rule straight early in the season when they were 1-4. They just say, you know what, you're out of here. They fired Matt Rule, and then I think it was Steve Wilkes became the interim head coach. They traded Baker Mayfield and also Christian McCaffrey. And Wilkes did an alright job. They ended the season 7-10, which is horrible. But based on the circumstances that he had and the players he had, I'm guessing he did okay. They're not totally sold on him because it's reported that they are going to interview. I think Frank Reich. They're interviewing Frank Reich and also I think Caldwell. The Carolina Panthers are looking for a coach. Carolina, I see some flashes. I think they have a good young defense, but again, they don't have a quarterback. So I don't know who would go there without a quarterback. Nowadays in the NFL, if you don't have a quarterback, you might as well just pack it in. Back in the day, you don't need a quarterback. You just need a game manager. Now it's like, if you don't have a quarterback, if you don't have someone that can make that throw downfield, if you don't have someone that has pocket presence or can scramble, you're doomed. Like, it doesn't matter how good your defense is. It doesn't matter. You are gonna lose. So I don't know who's gonna take that job without a quarterback. So, but I think the Panthers organization, I think they're a good organization. So we'll see who will be their head coach. I guess as the season goes on, or the off season goes on, we'll get more and more news of who they want and which direction they're going to. Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals, I think, is just as bad organization-wise as the Houston Texans. Cliff Kingsbury, I mean, he tried to work with Kyler Murray, but it just did not work out. They gave Kyler Murray a bunch of money, so they're tied to him. And I guess their next head coach is going to have to find a way in order to get the best out of Kyler, because I still think Kyler is talented enough to be a franchise quarterback. A lot of people talk about his maturity level, his habits. I mean, I don't know. I guess you kind of need a very disciplined coach to come in there and try to set the culture, because I really think that Kyler Murray is a good quarterback. I think he can be a great quarterback if he puts the time in, and of course if he has the right head coach. So would someone want to work with Kyler? I think if I'm Sean Payton, why not? It kind of reminds you a little bit of Drew Brees, being that he was undersized. So I think Sean Payton can do a good job in trying to mold Kyler into being that elite quarterback. So I would hire, or I would try to get Sean Payton. Now, if he wants to get there or not, that's a different, that's a question in itself. But if I'm the Arizona Cardinals, I'm definitely trying to shoot for Sean Payton to come there and coach Kyler Murray. Then we have the debacle up north in the Indianapolis, the Colts. They fired Frank Reich early in the season, and then they got Jeff Saturday straight from ESPN. He was an analyst, and just Jim Irsay, the owner, just literally called him and said, hey, come coach my team. Basically, that's what happened. And he won his first game as a Colts, and I think he lost everything else. All the rest of the game, he lost the rest of the season. I like Jeff Saturday. He's. I think he can be a good coach, but I don't know. I don't know if the Colts, if he's the man for the job. I honestly would look for another coach, a more seasoned coach, because the Colts do have that defense, and they do have a running back that's that his talent should not be wasted, because he probably have a few more years. And again, they also probably need to get a quarterback. But other than that, I mean, as them as a whole, as a team, they are pretty good. And I think if they can find a well-seasoned coach, someone who has experience that can come and lead the team, I think the Colts can make a run in the playoffs. I really do. I think they are playoff ready. If they do get the right coach and if they get the right quarterback. But the problem is Jim Irsay. I think he's stuck on Jeff Saturday. I don't think Jim Irsay is going to let go of Jeff Saturday. I think he's going to give him another chance, probably give him a contract and see, okay, I'm going to give you an off season. Okay, what are you trying to do, Jeff Saturday? Can you run and can you take this team to places? And I think Jim Irsay is going to give Jeff Saturday that option. So, I mean, I really hope that it works out for Jeff Saturday. I mean, I like the guy. Seeing on, what I see him on television, I don't see anything wrong with it, but I just think that maybe a well-seasoned coach will probably do better than he would. But again, Jim Irsay is the man with the check. He's the one who has the final say. And I believe in my hearts of hearts that he wants Jeff Saturday. And I think he's going to give Jeff Saturday another chance. All right, so we talked about the Broncos. We talked about the Carolina Panthers. We talked about the Colts. And we talked about who else did we talk about? The Arizona Cardinals. We're missing one. Who are we missing? We talked about the Texans, right? Yeah, we talked about the Texans. I think we talked about all of them. We talked all about them. And I don't know, man. I just hope, me as a Broncos fan, I hope we find someone, man. I really hope we get Sean Payton. He can come in there and set things straight, because I'm getting sick and tired of just missing the playoffs. I'm just sick and tired of turning the TV on and watching my team lose and lose and lose and lose. So, I am, I guess, fired up trying to see who we're going to hire. I say we like I'm part of it. Who the Broncos are going to hire as their next head coach. So anyway, guys, that is my video, my short video for Black Monday. I hope all the coaches that were fired, I hope them well. I hope that they go out and find other jobs. I'm pretty sure they're well compensated, so money's not an issue for them. But they coach because they love the game, so they might get other chances. Might as well just go ahead and take a vacation, a week or two, and maybe they'll get coaching offers somewhere, either here or in the college. But anyway, guys, love you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for hitting that like button. And I release videos 4 to 5 times a week. I am dishing them out, man. I'm out here. I'm just grinding. I'm on my grind. So I'm a little off. I'm off right now, with my work. I'm taking a little break from my work. So I have all this time, all this free time. So why not? Why not just come up here and just talk about what I love, which is sports. So anyway, guys, I will probably release a video tomorrow regarding the national championship that is going on, I think, right now. The college football national championship between TCU and Georgia. I think Georgia is going to win. But anyway, tomorrow I'm going to release a video and I'll talk to you guys and let you know what my thoughts are on the game and what my thought is on going forward. Should the playoffs be expanded to 8 or whatever. So anyway, I'm babbling. But anyway, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much, guys. Love you.